like to welcome our guests from Eastlake Elementary School, Mount Tabor Elementary School. Yep. And Brooklawn Middle School. This is always my favorite concert of the year. And I think the best part about this concert is that we start here with the elementary band, and then you hear the middle school band, and then the high school concert band, and then the high school wind ensemble. And in a matter of an hour or so, you get to see the entire scope of the instrumental music program here in Parsippany, from elementary all the way through seniors in high school. So this is definitely a concert I look forward to every year. If you need to leave the auditorium for any reason, I'd ask that you just use the center doors in the back, and please make sure that you gently close the doors when you leave. Also, if you could wait till the current piece that's being played has ended before you go out, that would be very much appreciated, as it would be much less distracting in the middle of a performance. Okay, I think we are ready to go. Our first band is the combined bands of Eastlake and Mount Tabor Elementary Schools, and both bands are under the direction of Mrs. Lori Perry. East Lake and Mount Tabor Elementary Bands, directed by Lori Perry. Nice job, guys. Okay, this is our first scene change of the evening. As soon as the elementary bands come off, we're going to have Brooklawn 8th grade band take the stage. I had the last 2 days, I got to go to East Lake and Mount Tabor and work on our grand finale piece with both groups, and I had so much fun. And I think the amazing thing was all the little quirks about the piece and all the little traps that these guys were kind of falling into sometimes are the exact same things I have to go over with the high school band. So, come on, you know you miss the same stuff all the time in Pat Fest. So, as much as you'll hear a difference, some things don't really change. Also, while we are stopped, I'd like to give a couple of big thank yous to, first of all, our custodial staff here at Parsippany Hills. There are events going on here constantly. One day the stage is being used for senior, whatever that was, and then the next day they were shooting videos out here, and then there's drama rehearsal, and then today it's all ready for the band concert. And there's no way we can have all of this equipment moved and chairs set and everything without our custodians. I'd like to also give our light and sound crew, or person, I think we're one tonight. Big round of applause. We have everything set up, ready to go for the concert. Also, since I have some time and Brooklawn is making their way up to the stage, we have a little table out in the back with some Parsippany Hills info on it, and included in that info are postcards for the Mount Tabor Summer Band. This program has been a cornerstone of the Parsippany school music program. In fact, in the beginning, it was the school instrumental music program. But this program and students attending over the summer and playing their instrument for another month beyond school, I think is a really big reason why Parsippany has been able to continue a long tradition of great instrumental music. And obviously, attending over the summer instead of just putting your instrument in the closet and picking it back up in September is really going to help you stay on top of things, improve, and then start that next school year ahead of where you left off in June. So information is back there. There are postcards back there. I'd like to just announce that right now you can pre-register. Anybody who pre-registers between now through the April 30th saves $40 off registration costs. Starting May 1st, then we go to our normal pricing. So we have an early bird registration going on right now. You can sign up early and get the discount for the summer. Who else do I need to thank? Well, I definitely need to thank the administrations from Parsippany Hills, Brooklawn, East Lake, and Mount Tabor. This event it's not the easiest thing to put on, and without support from the administration, it would be almost impossible to put on. And I could only speak for Parsippany Hills, but the other administrations as well, since I didn't hear any problems, have all been very supportive, always, of the instrumental music program as well as this concert. So a big thank you to our administrations at all 4 schools. I'd also personally like to acknowledge 2 people that couldn't be here tonight, but who are super supportive of our program. First is the supervisor of music for the secondary schools, that's Miss Pam Friend. She's also the math supervisor. There was a math night, something or other going on that she had to attend tonight, so she couldn't be here. But ever since she started as supervising math and music, she has been very supportive of our program. So she definitely deserves to be recognized for all of her hard work. I am grateful every single day that Dr. Barbara Sargent is our superintendent here at Parsippany. And she personally sent me an email apologizing that she could not make it tonight. She had something with her son. But since the second she started here, she has shown nothing but support, really for everybody in the district and for music in particular. And it is, it's really great to know that we are appreciated right up at the top. So please, Dr. Sargent is a very, very big supporter of music. And now, are we ready? We're ready. Okay, they're going to warm up a little. Should I introduce you now? Okay, I will introduce them now. This is the Brook Lawn Middle School 8th grade band under the direction of Mrs. Carrie Sack and Mr. Joe Stella, wherever he may be. Mrs. Sack has been with us several times before as the Littleton band director, and now this is her first year at Brook Lawn, so this is her first time representing the middle school portion of our program. Warm up. Sound great.
Before we perform our next piece, just wanted to give a quick introduction. If you haven't heard us perform this before, it's a piece by Ed Huckabee called Dots. And it's a little different from many pieces that you've heard by bands before. This one is written in a style that incorporates lots of compositional techniques borrowed from 20th century composers, such as the 12-tone row, quartal harmonies instead of harmonies built on thirds, a thing called the tone cluster, which basically just puts a lot of different notes that normally don't sound together, and something else called pointillism, which is used in art as well as in music, where basically the whole entire melody would not be played by any single instrument, but would be played by one or two notes here, and then another couple on a different instrument, and when you put it all together, you see the big picture. So the other thing about this title, you know, in addition to being a little bit of a play on the pointillism technique, is that almost the entire piece is played staccato, so there's a lot of dots making everything short. We hope you enjoy it.
Brooklyn Middle School 8th grade band. Go out that way, guys. Okay, next band up is the Parsippany Hills Concert Band. We have two different bands here at Parsippany Hills. The first group you're going to hear is the concert band, made up mainly of freshmen, some sophomores. And some juniors and seniors. This is correct. Concert band is our band for everybody. When you come to Parsippany Hills, you can sign up for concert band even if you never played an instrument a day in your life. And this band is, excuse me, under the direction of my colleague here at Parsippany Hills, Miss Michelle Christensen, who needs to be thanked multiple times over for coordinating pretty much this entire event tonight. Making contact with the elementary schools, making contact with the middle schools, getting numbers. How many chairs do we need? How many stands do we need? Where's everybody going to sit? Did you put the signs up? Do we have the programs? I mean, everything. Everything. Big thank you to Ms. Christensen. I'm so lucky to be able to work with her every day. While the concert band is getting set up, a couple of other quick thank yous. First is to our Board of Education. I'm not sure if we have any board members here. I know Mr. Chapo's usually here. There he is in the back, okay? So supportive to the music program here for such a long time. So thank you very much to our Board of Education. And I would like to thank our Music Booster President, Vice President, I don't even know what the official titles are, but our two Music Booster parents extraordinaire, and that's Lynn Wald and Christina Follin. If you are here, Christina, I don't know if Lynn is here, okay. Music Boosters here at Parsippany Hills does so much to provide those extra things for the students that really make the high school experience, I think, more special. And without supportive parents, we could never do that. So it's so great to have a supportive, functioning music booster program here at Parsippany Hills. Good to go? Yes. They are also going to play a tuning note before they perform. This is the Parsippany Hills Concert Band under the direction of Michelle Christensen.
take a second to reorganize in the percussion section. That first piece was Trial and Terror. It's from a larger work by American composer Stephen Malillo, who has been to Parsippany to work with all of our students in past years when we wrote a grant. That larger work, American Nights, this is one movement, and that theme was called Heroes. Our next piece, Loch Lomond, might be familiar to some of you. It's probably the most famous Scottish folk song. And you'll hear a little treat of O Danny Boy that interweaves with the melody at the end. So here's Loch Lomond. while the percussion rearrange. Our final selection is a piece called Saber Dance. Yes, sabers like swords. This is a very famous tune. I think you'll recognize it. It's traditionally for the orchestra, so please excuse our bandiness, but we did our best to get our articulations down to mimic the vibrance of that, and we hope you enjoy Saber Dance.
Parsippany Hills Concert Band, directed by Michelle Christensen. Oh, absolute sorry. Wind ensemble, get up here. Not paying attention. ensemble got here at about 10 to 7, and they have not played a note since band earlier today, most of them. So they're going to take a couple of seconds to make sounds, make sure the reeds are working, make sure the lips are working. After they've kind of warmed themselves up, we will play just a little chorale together, not really part of the performance. It's just for warm-up purposes and for tuning, just so we can play something together, and then we will get on with our program. It's one of the disadvantages of going on last. So just want to make sure that they're ready to make as good a sound as they can. Really wasn't that good. Okay, so the group that is on stage right now, gonna say I'm 95% sure that of all the groups here, this is the one group that is by audition only. You have to audition to be in the Parsippany Hills Wind Ensemble, or you happen to play an instrument that we have 0 of, and then by default, you enter the Parsippany Hills Wind Ensemble. So, you know, you trombone players and horn players and bassoon players and tuba players, you're on the fast track to the wind ensemble. Completely by accident, after the fact, after I decided these were the 3 pieces I was going to do on this program, turns out all 3 pieces have something in common, and that is that they are all written by the composer in tribute to someone. And this first piece, written by Leonard Bernstein. 2018 is the centennial of Leonard Bernstein, his 100th birthday. So I've decided that each of our concerts in 2018, I will do one Leonard Bernstein piece, since he is one of my all-time music heroes and one of my biggest inspirations. And this is a musical toast in which he wrote to his dear friend, the conductor Andrei Kostelanetz, which some of you may know, some of you may not know. But back in the day, back in the 40s and 50s, he was kind of a big deal, and the best way to put it, he was an orchestral conductor, but not conducting the heavy, serious music. I've heard him described as the father of easy listening music. So he would make recordings with his orchestra of the more popular, lighter classical tunes, orchestral arrangements of some popular, sometimes show tunes, American standards, etc. So this is Leonard Bernstein's toast to Andrei Kostelanetz. And at one point in the piece, the band will shout out, Andrei Kostelanetz. It is written right in the piece to toast Andrei Kostelanetz. So this is Leonard Bernstein's musical toast. Our next selection is a part of a large work written by Edward Elgar. If you may not be familiar with the name Edward Elgar, you are definitely familiar with at least one piece of his, which is the Pomp and Circumstance March, which is played every June at graduation. This movement from this large, I believe it's 13 movement work, this is the 9th movement entitled Nimrod. And before you think, hey, who are you calling a Nimrod? It has a very different meaning here than we might be used to. Nimrod is in reference to the master hunter, and Edward Elgar had a very close friend and publisher, and kind of the person that he credits with publishing his music early on and really getting it out to the public, who is a German man named August Jäger. And in German, Jäger means hunter. So he used the word Nimrod to title this piece. And Edward Elgar described Jäger as his most noble friend. And this music certainly is very noble sounding. And it's been used several times in some movie soundtracks, etc. This is Nimrod from the Enigma Variations by Edward Elgar. We need to stall for a little bit of time here, since percussion were kind of on break in that last piece, and now they have, I don't know, 17 different instruments to play. And as I said before, all of these pieces are written in tribute to someone. And I am not going to introduce this next piece, but we will have a video clip, hopefully, that does it for us. Are we projecting? So, the title of the piece is Ouija Board. No idea?
How could anyone make a word out of these lousy letters? Oh wait, here's a good one. Do.
Ed, triple word score.
Hey, no abbreviation.
Not I hate that. Ed, it's a word. As in this game is stupid.
Hey, shut up, boy.
Yeah, Bart. You're supposed to be developing verbal abilities for your big aptitude test tomorrow. We could look this id thing up in the dictionary.
We got one?
I think it's under the short leg of the couch. Ed, along with the ego and the superego, one of three components of the psyche.
Get out of here.
My turn. Quijibo. K-W-Y-J-I-B-O. 22 points plus triple word score plus 50 points for using all my letters. Game's over. I'm out of here.
Wait a minute, you little cheater. You're not going anywhere until you tell me what a Quijibo is.
Quijibo. A big, dumb, balding North American ape with no chin. And a short temper.
I'll show you a big dumb balding ape.
Uh-oh, Quijibo on the...
Ouija Board. Tracy Poland on the flutes, on the oboe solo, Enoch on the flute solo, Hannah on the bassoon solo, Krishna on the trumpet solo. Shit. The percussion section. Special thanks to Aiden Toad, borrowed from Concert Band, covering the timpani part. And the Parsippany Hills Wind Ensemble. Okay, now comes the most fun part of the evening. Everybody comes up and plays Patriotic Festival. So if we could have the lights in the pit on, and if we could have our guest musicians, concert band musicians, and teachers participating in the playing of Patriotic Festival, come on in and sit by an instrument that looks like yours. Okay. I think we are just about set. How's the pit? Pit looks set. Music stands, chairs, instruments, ready to go. Up here, ready to go. Okay. This is the most fun part of the night. This is the culmination of everything coming together, playing one big piece. I'd like to just thank all of you for being here tonight. This is a great concert, and it's so great to have an audience that is here to listen, obviously, to their students, but listen to their children, and be here to listen to the bands that your children aren't even participating in. For 8th grade parents in particular, we have a lot to offer here at Parsippany Hills High School in terms of instrumental music. I know this is a crazy time with everybody scheduling and all this stuff going on. Please feel free at the end if you have any questions. Myself or Ms. Christensen will be here. You can ask any questions. I'm just going to obviously give a plug for our instrumental music program and just simply say that I truly believe that the best kids at Parsippany Hills High School are the band kids at Parsippany Hills High School. And that's the group you want to be a part of. So, here we go. Patriotic Festival. If you know the words, sing along.